Alright, welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we're going to go over 4 SAT questions that are essential to know because they're pretty difficult. If you don't know them, chances are they'll show up and you won't know how to do them. So let's try this one. Based on the equation above, what is the value of 3x minus 2? So the simplest way to solve this is probably to just solve for x, right? There are no shortcuts around it, and if there are, it's going to take a long time. So let's distribute this 2/3 to every single term inside the parentheses. 2/3 times 9x, that's going to give us 6x. 2/3 times -6 is going to give us -4. Minus 4 is equal to 9x minus 6. Okay, no problems over here. Next, we're going to simplify like terms on each side. So in this case, 6x is just by itself. -4 minus 4 is going to give us -8. That's equal to 9x minus 6. Now, I want to move the x's to one side. So why don't I move it from the smaller side to the larger side? So in this case, I'm going to subtract 6x because 6 is less than 9. And then I'm going to add 6 onto the other side, right? Just because I can get rid of the 6 here, and then I get rid of the 6x here. So -8 plus 6 gives me -2. That's equal to 9x minus 6x, which is 3x. To get x by itself, what do I need to do? I just divide both sides by 3. That 3 over 3 cancels out, give me x is equal to -2/3. Now that x is equal to -2/3, I'll just plug it back in to what the question's asking for, 3x minus 2. And then if I do that, that's going to give me 3 times the value of x, which is -2/3 minus 2. 3 times -2/3 is going to give me -2, and -2 minus 2 is going to give me -4. So the value of 3x minus 2 is going to be -4, also meaning my answer is going to be A. And that's how you would do this question. It takes a little bit of time, but as you get more experience with solving equations, it becomes pretty easy. Next question that we have is this question in blue right here. If 3x minus y is equal to 12, what is the value of 8x over 2y? So this question is pretty difficult if you don't know your properties of exponents. So basically, let me just rewrite them in case you forgot. So x to the a times x to the b is equal to what? That's equal to x to the a plus b. How about x to the a divided by x to the b? That's going to give you x to the a minus b. And lastly, we have x to the a to the b power. That's equal to x to the a times b. Now, as long as you know these 3 properties, you should be pretty good for any questions dealing with exponents. So basically, we have 8 to the x over 2 to the y. 8 and 2 sort of have a relationship when it comes to exponents. What relationship is it? It's that 8 is equal to 2 to the 3rd power. And we can use that to our advantage because 8 to the x will be equal to 2 to the 3x, right? Because we're using this property, x to the a to the b is equal to x, a times b, 8 to the x, 2 to the 3rd, 8 to the x, 8 to the x, 2 to the 3rd. Okay, now this becomes 2 to the 3x over 2 to the y, right? Because 8 to the x, as we established before, is this, and we just substitute over 2y. Now, I see that they have the same base, right? And it's division. So which property do we use? We use this property, right? It's division, and they have the same base of 2. So this becomes same base 2 to the 3x minus y. Because as you can see, we subtract the exponents, 3x minus y. Now, what's the value of 3x minus y? It's given by the question, right? It's equal to 12. So this is actually equal to 2 to the 12. Because this 3x minus y is equal to 12. Meaning your answer has to be A, 2 to the 12th power. Now, this question is only possible if you know your exponent laws. And so you remember all 3 of these, you should be pretty set. If x is a solution to the given equation, what is a possible value of x minus 1? Now, we have absolute value of x minus 1 is equal to 8. Now, when you say absolute value, 2 equations must stem out. First is the original one, x minus 1 is equal to 8. And the second one should be x minus 1 is equal to the negative value of this. It should be equal to -8. So the question is asking for what is one possible value of x minus 1? Well, it's either equal to 8 or it's equal to -8. Is 8 one of your solutions? No. But -8 is, meaning A is your possible answer choice. Because x minus 1 can be one of these 2 equations, either 8 or -8. And that's how you would do it. If they asked you to solve for x, you could just solve using either of these equations, which we'll do right now. You add 1 on both sides, x will be equal to 9, or x will be equal to -7. So these are your 2 solution choices for any of your values of x. Lastly, we have question 20. If u plus t, let me just erase that. Accidentally wrote over here. Okay, if u plus t is equal to 5 and u minus t is equal to 2, what is the value of u minus t times u squared minus t squared? Well, I see u squared minus t squared. Automatically, what do I have to think of? I have to think of the difference of squares. And what's that equal to? It's equal to u plus t times u minus t. Right, difference of squares. Let me just write it in terms of x and y. So x squared minus y squared is equal to x plus y times x minus y. Okay, so try to remember this law right here. Not really a law, but it's an equation. It's called the difference of squares. As you can see, it's the difference subtraction of squares. X plus y times x minus y. So u squared minus t squared is equal to u plus t times u minus t. Well, this then becomes parentheses u minus t times u plus t times u minus t. Okay, I have all three of these. Now I just substitute because I'm given u plus t and u minus t. U minus t is equal to 2, u plus t is equal to 5, and u minus t is equal to 2 again. So I just multiply 2 times 5 times 2, which is pretty simple. It's going to give me an answer of 20, meaning your answer is going to be 20. So these are 4 pretty difficult but relatively easy questions if you think about it. Right? They're hard if you don't know how to start them, but they're easy once you understand the concept of them. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.